Who's scruffy looking?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Talking with My Hans channel. A real off-the-cuff video here because the Star Wars Squadrons official reveal trailer just premiered on the EA Star Wars YouTube. It is a new game coming out this fall for PS4 and PC and Xbox One. It's yet to be known if it'll make its transfer over to the new consoles, but that is yet to be seen. We're going to go through this trailer nice and slow and see what we can pick out of this first official reveal trailer. Okay, let's get started. We start off here in a real cool looking dogfight animation, I guess. It's from the game engine footage, but that does not mean that the game's actually going to look like this. They just made it with the game engine. We see probably the main character for the rebellion in her X-Wing. It's on fire. Maybe the main character for the Imperial faction. They're flying through an asteroid belt. Not sure what planet this is, but it looks pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. We see our first look at the inside of the X-Wing for this game. This looks really, really crazy. The graphics look insane, and it's supposed to be for VR, full VR capabilities. So I would imagine that this game is going to absolutely be mind-bending once you slip on that VR. Nothing too exciting there in that first sequence, but as they fly through this closing asteroid, you see that the shot will pan out, and then you open up in this large space battle between the New Republic, I should say, and the Empire. So maybe there'll be some large-scale space battles in this game. We see our first look at the U-Wing and the A-Wing. I would imagine that there are multiple playable ships in this game. Obviously, there's the TIE Interceptor. Now, I don't know if this game will have any tie-ins to the current canon material, but we get our first look at the side of this Imperial Interceptor, and it has a red stripe going across the side of the hull. Now, in Legends, there was the 181st Imperial Fighter Group, which had some ties that looked almost exactly like this one in the trailer with the red stripe. Now, the 181st Fighter Group is Legends, but it showed up in a lot of the X-Wing novels and the Rogue Squadron games. So I would imagine that if they were going to take something from Legends, this would be it. Now, this could also be the Shadow Wing from Alphabet Squadron from canon that we have seen time and time again in both the tie-in comics to Alphabet Squadron and then in the Alphabet Squadron novel itself. Now we get a good look here at one of maybe the Empire's main playable characters, this guy here. There's a girl to his left who also looks like she's in his squadron. This is obviously taking place after Endor, I would imagine, as the New Republic is just forming, because we see, remember why we fight, and this is a very, very cool scene because as you can see in the corner, we get our first Hera appearance. I'm 99% sure this is Hera, so this will be the first time we see her since Alphabet Squadron. This could be taking place on her acclimator that she is in charge of in the Alphabet Squadron books. We also get a really good look at a hologram of this Starhawk class battleship that the New Republic Defense Fleet is in charge of. This is one of the new capital ships for the New Republic in canon. This is our first look at it that wasn't on the tabletop game. So that's really, really cool. I would imagine that that's going to be in the game a lot. We also get a look at Mon Calamari. I don't think it's Akbar. And then some of our main characters for the Rebellion side. I don't know who that is that's talking, but I would imagine that he is going to be one of the main characters in the game. More shots of the hangar here, people getting in ships. There's the U-Wing taking off. God, I hope you get to play as the U-Wing. Here's a TIE Reaper. That'd be sick to fly too. Again, another shot of the main Imperial characters. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of ships that you're going to be able to fly in this game, I would imagine. So there's the Reaper. I'm not sure what those ships are, those round ones with the balls. Those look like they're new to the game as well. So maybe that has something to do with the story. Maybe you have to take those out. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see in October. See some shots of the Imperial bombers that have this Death Star-like cannon on them. I don't think it's Death Star tech, but I would imagine that they retrofit some of these Imperial bombers to have different pods. They've been known to do that in Legends. I don't know if they've done that in canon, but the Imperial TIE bombers can haul a lot of different payloads in that left fuselage, so maybe this is something like that. It reminds me of the B-Wing prototype from Rebels. Here's a great shot of Wedge Antilles. I hope you can play as him. I love Wedge, one of my favorite characters. Inside some sort of structure there. Now, I'm not sure what planet this is, but it looks a lot like Coruscant down the bottom, doesn't it? With the lights and the street view. I think that'd be really cool if we got to go back to Coruscant in the New Republic era. Of course, a really good shot of the A-Wings and the nice looking Y-Wing there. The Y-Wing's my favorite ship. I hope we get to fly one of those. Here's another good look at a TIE bomber going down, trying to hit some Corellian corvettes, it looks like, as we talk about the perfect shot making history. Maybe that's an homage to Luke Skywalker's shot on the Death Star. Obviously, that was one shot that definitely made history. And then we get a little bit talking about the 5v5 action. This is a $40 game. I would imagine that the campaign is very short. We get some different look at some aliens that are maybe playable in the game. But apparently it's going to be a heavy multiplayer focused game, 5v5 squadron battles, which is kind of cool. Kind of like a Rainbow Six Siege, but in space with fighters. That'd be kind of sick. There's another good look at the Imperial Interceptor with the red stripe down the hull. We get a couple different looks at the Rebellion fleet. And then this, one of the sickest shots in the trailer with this Star Destroyer coming up through the clouds. Man, I cannot wait to slip on VR and get a look at one of those Star Destroyers coming up through the clouds. I think I might pee my pants if that actually happens. That'd be so sick. And that's the trailer. Star Wars Squadrons coming out October 2nd for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Once again, it's yet to be known if we're going to get this on the next generation of consoles. I would imagine it would make a leap over to that. And the game is only $40, so I'd imagine that it's pretty short if it is a full game. But again, this is EA, so I would also imagine that there's plenty of DLC on the way. Now, one of the things I saw on Twitter was that people are already boycotting this game because they don't want another Rebellion versus Empire single-era game. Now, I think that's kind of selfish. And of course, like I just said, this is EA after all, so there might be a really good chance for some DLC coming up later this year, maybe around Christmas time and into the new year. But that's for then. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today, and until next time, we'll see you later.